Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the encyclopedia of all things shooty in Mech Arena, the Weapons Spotlight.
We'll dedicate today's episode to guns that require a keen eye and a steady hand. They may not be easy to master, but their sheer power is something to be respected.
You got that right. Today we'll cover sniper weapons.
Awesome. Can't say I'm great sniper material in other games, though. How do I become a fearsome sharpshooter in Mech Arena?
Usually, you'd want to find a cozy spot away from the fighting and pick your targets off at range. But if that seems boring, Mech Arena has the tools to change things up a bit.
So you mean snipers don't necessarily have to sit back in Mech Arena?
Well, some weapons are better suited for that conventional approach, but others give you flexibility. You'll see soon enough.
All right, let's talk about the guns then. What's first on our menu?
Let's start with the first sniper weapon you'll see in the game, the long arm. It has all the features a regular sniper weapon should have: long range, great damage, and high accuracy.
I've seen more than one mech with those, often sitting on the same sweet spots across different maps.
Yeah, having a mech with a pair of long arms on your team can give your enemies pause on maps with large open spaces. Just imagine the punch of two long arm 12s. The reason large maps work great is that the further your target is, the more damage you can deal to it. That's how Long Arm's Deadeye perk works.
Sounds fantastic. But wait, does that mean it won't be as good against mechs up close?
That's correct, but we're not done with the damage bonuses yet. Remember the overheat effect?
The thing that Thermalance applies? It's a damage buff, right?
It's a debuff that briefly increases the damage enemies take by 50%. Long arms have a small chance to trigger it with each hit. And as you rank it up, that chance increases to 30%.
Nice. Overheat gives a huge damage boost, and I'm taking it. There's no such thing as overkill.
See? I told you. Snipers can make all the difference in the world. Sometimes a single precise shot can turn the tide, and you won't have trouble landing that shot with a trusty long arm.
Got it.
Now, let's talk about long arm's weaknesses. First and foremost, it has extremely weak aim assist.
Oh, that's not good. I mean, how weak are we talking here?
Very weak. It'll match elevation to your target, but you'll have to get the crosshair dead on to hit. And there's a very small amount of travel time for your shots, too. So you'll actually have to lead the target a bit.
Okay, sounds like you really will have to be a sniper if you want to use long arms effectively. It sounds like the damage fall off at close range is really only half the problem. You'll have to hit your target too, and that'll be tough when they're right in your face.
The trouble doesn't stop there, I'm afraid. Long arms only have a tiny magazine of 5 rounds, and after those shots are fired, you've got a brutal 12-second reload time. If you keep your fingers on the trigger, you spend more time reloading than you spend shooting.
Oh, wow. When someone comes up to you and you're stuck like that, I guess all you can do is blow any defensive abilities you've got and hope your teammates are close enough to save you.
Well, you could pair a long arm with something that works better at close range, like a missile rack or an arc torrent. But that just leaves you half effective at both ranges. Overall, using mechs with defensive abilities like Panther or Ares, and then relying on team support is your best bet, especially if you're new to this.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, enough about long arms. What's next?
Next up is the Gauss rifle, something of a middle option between sniper and assault weapons. It deals less damage than long arm, but has a much higher rate of fire, and is still as accurate.
A semi-automatic long arm?
Not exactly. It does work differently. For starters, it has aim assist, so you'll have an easier time hitting your targets. It's also not as energy hungry as the long arm, so you can benefit from the smaller size of scout mechs when sniping enemies.
But sniper weapons are usually used for long-range duels, and both Shadow and Cheetah are mechs for close-quarter skirmishes. What's the trick?
Gauss rifle is effective at any range up to 150 meters, including short range. And with a higher rate of fire, larger magazine, and faster reload, it's much better at sustained firefights than the long arm. It doesn't hit as hard, and can't place an overheat effect, but it has a decent chance to deal double damage instead, which can absolutely close the damage gap over time.
This sounds too good to be true. Why should I ever favor long arms to Gauss rifles then?
Well, long arms deal their damage much more quickly. 5 rounds might not sound like a lot, but 2 long arm 12s planting their entire magazine into a single target can take out even the tankiest mechs, shields and all. Gauss rifles give up that massive damage potential in exchange for greatly increased flexibility.
I guess this is where we get to the most potent weapon I will switch to in the endgame, the railgun. What's so legendary about this weapon?
Let's start with the cons. The aim assist comes into play again. Railgun doesn't have it. Second, its fire rate is low, like the long arm, but also totally different from the long arm.
Different how?
Railgun has charge ammo. It regenerates slowly over time instead of reloading once the magazine is empty, and each shot consumes a percentage of the charge, which means you need to keep a close eye on your ammo, because if you run out of charge, it takes longer to generate it.
Whoa, sounds complicated. I might need to test it in an actual match to understand it. Is it awesome enough to be worth the effort?
Yeah, it already hits like a truck, and it has a chance to deal double damage.
Go on.
What? Isn't that enough? Like all sniper weapons, it's really accurate and has a pretty long range of 150 meters.
So, in essence, it's like a really powerful long arm?
For the most part. Although, unlike long arms, it deals full damage at close range.
Aha, so I can blast those annoying scouts right in the face.
If you can hit them. But yes, if you do hit them, it will hurt. Lots.
All right, you've convinced me. I think I'll give it a go, with long arms first, and then we'll see.
And I will call this a victory. Let me know when you get to the railgun. And that's really it for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Share your experience with Gauss rifles, long arms, or railguns in the comments.
And press like and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.